Okay, so the war on drugs is basically the worst mistake of humankind after the second half of 20th century. It's the worst mistake because it's a total failure. It has spent $1 trillion. It has killed a bunch of people, and even like that, it has achieved nothing. Actually, the only thing that it has achieved is destroying poor neighborhoods, destroying poor countries, and it's starting to actually destroying our youth with the easy money culture.
Okay, well, how is it a failure?
So it is very easy to prove that it's actually a failure, you know? Like, okay, as I said already, it has spent $1 trillion. It has killed a lot of people, right? But let's say that it's worth it, you know? It is worth it to has killed a bunch of people and has spent $1 trillion because at least the consumption of drugs is decreasing, right? The problem is that the consumption is actually not decreasing. It is increasing, you know? So what is the whole point, you know? Like the main goal of the war on drugs is actually ending up with the consumption of drugs. But that's not what is going on right now. Actually, the consumption of drugs is increasing. So what the hell are we doing spending trillions of dollars and killing a bunch of people if we're not actually achieving our main goal, you know? But that's not all. Like, okay, let's say that it was worth it because let's say that it's actually harder for us to get drugs nowadays. But that's wrong again, you know? Like, it's actually very easy to get drugs. You just need a couple phone calls. That's it. And I will actually dare to say that today is easy. It's easier today to get drugs being illegal than if it were legal. Because if it were legal, we would have like real regulation on drugs. Like you have to be over 21, you know, and you couldn't get drugs after, I don't know, 2 a.m. But today you see like 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids getting actually drug delivered to their houses, you know. There is no regulation at all. Prohibition is actually the completely lack of regulation. So the failure of the war on drugs is because it has a major flaw. The issue with the war on drugs is that they're attacking actually the wrong enemy. They're attacking the supply of drugs, right? They say, well, if there were no supply, there wouldn't be anybody consuming drugs. But that's totally false, you know. And this is very amazing because here in the United States, they are ignoring the most basic notions of the free markets, you know. Once you have demand, you will have supply, you know. That's it. You will have supply no matter what, because if there is someone who wants drugs and would pay whatever for it, there will always be someone willing to get the drugs for that person. And let's be honest, the wars are not going away, you know. Actually, half of the population in the United States say that they have actually tried drugs. So this is a very alarming number if you are against the consumption of drugs, you know. And let's face it, you know, like Americans love drugs. It's a lie that the majority is against drugs. That's a total lie. We have enjoyed drugs for a long period of time, you know, and here we are, you know, here we are.